No, you're right. Keep playing. Yeah, keep playing. Copy. Teams. Paste. Go.
Miles is back in, and he's in.
It doesn't tell us whether he's in 2015 or not.
No, it won't let me change to him yet. Yeah, he's in the Merc.
Won't tell us which one though, that's the problem.
Mm.
Okay, we're going to go live in a moment.
Yep.
And we're live. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Apologies for the slight delay. Obviously, you know what Assetto, of course, can be like loading between sessions on the spectator mode. But we are live here for the ACC special event here at Simplay Motorsport then. What should be an absolute cracking event. I'm Matthew Duffin, joined in the commentary box by Jamie Brazier, not racing tonight. Evening, Jamie.
Good evening, Matt.
How are we? You well?
Yeah, I'm alright. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. We've got 17 guys. We should end up with 19 guys. G, I do believe, has been disqualified. I'm just looking through the list. We are missing Liam. We do have a special guest on the way, I do believe. So we should have 19 guys here today for this event. The special guest, he's a regular on the channel. You may know who he is. I'm going to give him. He will be in a short moment's time. I can only imagine. 2 times Constructors' Championship winner, 2 times Drivers' Championship winner. Beat Jamie at Ruapuna Park, as I'm led it's now pronounced. We all know who it is. It's the one and only Mr. 2 times himself, Gary Leach, will be joining us on the grid. A late entrance into this race, Jamie. That should throw up a few spanners.
Yeah, so that should throw put a few spanners in the work. And let's say we don't know how quick he's going to be. Haven't seen much of him on a certain course, so it'll be interesting to see what he does.
Indeed it will, and indeed it's going to be brilliant to have the 2-time champion on the grid with us for this race. Then we've got a whole list of drivers on this grid and a whole lot of manufacturers, but the main dominant car being the McLaren, as we see on screen at the moment with Andy.
Yeah, so the McLaren, from what I've seen around Silverstone, looks pretty quick, and so it definitely seems to be a favourite amongst the drivers.
Indeed it does. So let's wait and see what these guys can do in just a moment's time. Then, as we have Andy, regular commentator here at Motive in the Pro-Am, who's currently pole position with a 201.1. Rabbit Joe is in the Porsche. Now you'll see a lot of custom liveries. You'll also see a lot of liveries that you may see in the real world. Emo Guy as well is in the McLaren, similar livery to Andy, just different colour. G able to qualify in the pink and black Mercedes-Benz. Mazda in his orange Mercedes-Benz. Peaceful Explosion in what I've been told in the party chat earlier with his chrome red helmet is the massive chrome Speedy Gonzalez machine, so I'll have to see what he can do. Smokey Devil is in the Ferrari with Monkey Boy in the Bentley. Interesting choice for Monkey Boy. Welshie's out on track in the Jensen Button coloured McLaren with DJ Phil in the Mercedes-Benz. Sooty Apex in his green Audi. Lucas Roth is in the Aston Martin there, the chrome green and blue. Phil in the McLaren with Fury in the Bentley, Dean Musocki in the McLaren, Daniel Francis in his Ferrari, and there is Mr. 2 times himself, Gary 131. The only man we're missing is Liam with 40 minutes left of qualifying. He should be able to get in, so let's hope he does. But yeah, this could be an interesting race tonight.
Yeah, so this could be very interesting. So some of the people, we don't know what they're like on ACC, so there could be a few surprises.
Indeed there could be. So this could be an interesting... How come you didn't want to race, Jamie? You just fancy the commentary box tonight?
Well, the thing with ACC is a lot better to drive on the wheel, and it's very hard to drive on the controller. So it would just be a complete and utter nightmare for me to race.
Obviously, the race format tonight being 1.5 hours, so it's a long old race as well. And I know you stand up to race, so a long old race standing up is not going to be the easiest thing for you.
No, but so I've stood up for 2 hours and 40 minutes, so 1.5 hours, nothing.
As we've got 13.5 minutes left of qualifying then, as Gary 131 has had a spin. Then it's a 1.5 hour race, 20-minute qualifying to set the order of the grid, and it's currently set by the pace of this man, 2:05 at the minute. Peaceful Explosion only 1.5 off the back of him, so he's setting some pace. He wasn't very optimistic, only unwrapped the game the other day to have a quick go. A few of these guys brand new to the game, so it's going to be interesting to see what these newcomers can do. You'll see a lot of red numbers out there for the amateur division, unlike Emo Guy who's in the pro, Mazda and Donna in the silver, and Mr. The Only G in the silver category as well. But a lot of guys out here, but let's take Mazda and G out of this one. In fact, Emo Guy as well, he's played the game quite a bit. He's a regular on ACC. Bar them three guys, who are you looking at as potential winners or people that could do well tonight?
From the looks of it at the minute, I'd say Peaceful Explosion and say Phil, but say half the field haven't set times yet, and say some people could just be doing a slow outlap, just getting a feel for the car. So we'll just have to wait and see. But at the minute, it looks like Peaceful could perhaps be right up there.
Indeed it does. Now, mandatory pit stop in this race, you have to change tyres as well, so that is a must, a mandatory tyre change, something that we don't normally see here at Simplay on the Project Cars 2 platform. So a mandatory tyre change being a must is crucial to make sure you get your pit stops right. Currently 9 people have set times. JR Sim Racing in the chat, G should be in the 58, so let's keep an eye out for that. Chris Pishuk, apologies if I've pronounced that wrong, he's cheering for Emo Guy. Ransdolph as well, he says go Emo Guy, good luck. We've got Motive Racing in the chat. Daniel Francis is making his first race, as is Welshie, Sutty, Lucas Roth, Dean Wasocki, Phil, Rabbit Joe, Monkey Boy are all making, I don't know about Don or DJ Phil and Fury. Gary as well is making his first ever proper event race, not just a quick 20-minute race online. This is the proper first event on ACC, so it's going to be interesting to see what these guys can do, Jamie, throughout what is such a long race.
Yeah, so it'll be a lot of just keeping focus, and it's not like our usual races, like a half an hour race where it's a bit shorter. Say this one's a bit longer, so they've got a lot more time to decide what they want to do, sit behind the car and kind of just plan their moves.
Now we have actually lost a driver from the leaderboard at the moment. Daniel Francis needs to make sure he can get back in, as we have lost him at the moment. So maybe a change of car for Daniel Francis in this qualifying session. We'll have to keep our eyes out for that. But Mr. Two-Time here looks like he's going to...
Mazda just hit the wall.
Oh, Mazda clipping the wall. Gary then not setting a time yet. Neither has Dean Wasocki or Fury. Lucas Roth not yet set a time. Neither has Sutty Apex or Smoky Devil. And Mazda into the wall. That's not what he wants. 4.8 off the back of the leader, the only G, who's done a 1:59.1. So Mazda really needs to make sure he can get some timing in that Mercedes-Benz and get some pace going already. Down in P8, 4.8 off the pole time. We know Mazda's a quick driver. And coming into Season 3 of Project Cars, Mazda one you're keeping an eye on?
Yeah, he's always got to be one you're keeping an eye on. He's, no matter what car he's in, he's always there, always lurking about.
Indeed he is. He's going to be one to watch in Season 3. Obviously Simplay Racing, Mazda and Keegs in the track in the BMW M6 they've confirmed, but this is Mazda, so come the start of the season anything could happen. And don't forget, the guys get to change car several times before they don't have to, even though they've confirmed the car, they can chop and change before the season starts, and then they get till round 3 of the season to change car. And after round 3 it will be if you want to change, you lose all points if you change car in the first 3 rounds. After round 3 you're stuck with that car for the rest of the season. So let's hope and pray. We've got car number 18th place is coming back into the session. Gary's done a time, it's good enough for 11th. Now is Daniel Francis then going into the McLaren here?
Yeah, so I believe that is because the numbers I've seen so far for Daniel Francis are 13 and 14. So yeah, and it is him.
Yeah, it is Daniel Francis then in the car, blue and orange for his beloved Shrewsbury Town, who he supports very closely then, or just awaiting Liam Bostock, or that Bozzy boy as we know him, into the session. Guys, 14 people watching. Let's hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Andy's currently second place. He's just gone back to the pits. Peaceful is currently third, nearly 2.5 seconds off the back of the only G. They was obviously teammates for the Park Season 2 before we lost G. Phil's up in P5 in his McLaren, so Phil looking quite confident at the moment. Exactly same lap time as Emo Guy.
Yeah, say with Emo Guy being a pro, and has Phil done a race on here before?
Not that I'm aware now.
So that's good. Good for Phil getting on the pace of Emo Guy straight away.
It is going to be an interesting one to see here, as there's 8 minutes left of qualifying. Phil currently P5. Rabbit Joe up in 6th place. Now, Rabbit Joe has come under a bit of scrutiny over the past couple of weeks. I know they're fun races, but as competitive as still happen to be, he's come under a bit of scrutiny over his driving standards. So let's hope we can see a bit more from Rabbit Joe tonight, who's been promoted into the pro group. Sorry.
Sutty's off at turn 1.
Oh, Sutty's had an off, and he returns to the pit lane then, so he decided to pull that back.
There's another car off as well. That's Chris going backwards. Oh, he's gone. I think he's gone for the Grand Prix pit lane and realised it's not the national pit lane.
Yep. So we are obviously using the older pit lane here, and Chris has taken the wrong pit exit. So well done, Chris. He's either dropped the pad and gone down the wrong pit road, or he's just not realised that we're using the other pit lane here. Smoky Devil, Fury and Daniel Francis not yet set a lap time. Dean's set a time is 2 seconds off the back of Welshie Don Production, so can he improve any as he goes around the rest of this track in a nice looking livery, I have to say. Don's in a similar one but purple in the McLaren.
Yeah, so that it's a nice looking livery. A lot of these cars out here tonight look quite nice as well.
Yeah, I have to say Keegs' Aston Martin's, Lucas Roth Aston Martin's, I think it's a bit of a standout for me. But then I also have to take hats off to Emo Guy. I do like the chrome yellow on the McLaren over the matte yellow of Andy in his McLaren. Peaceful's in the chrome red. Although he's got red chrome alloys, and you can't really see them because the brake discs are glowing that much. You can't really see his red alloys, so good choice of the colour there for the rims. There is Phil. P4 now. He's gone quicker than Emo Guy, so that's interesting to see. Monkey Boy in the Bentley. What we're expecting from the Bentley tonight is, you see these other cars, they all look small, nice and nimble, good aerodynamics to them and stuff. The Bentley just looks a tank. And we've got 2 of them out there on the track.
Yeah, it looks like this massive beast around the track. You got these little so you got all these nimble sports cars, and then you just see this massive brute of the Bentley. But from what I've been looking at, the Bentley does look very quick in a straight line.
It does look very quick. He's just gone up to P5 as well as Monkey Boy, so good little lap time from him. We've got Rabbit Joe, who's currently 7th, couple of hundredths off the back of Emo Guy, towards the back of his lap. So let's see what he can do then for the remainder of this lap, as he's coming down out the final corner of Luffield. He's going to come into the pit, so he's not going to improve. Where's Mazda? He's just coming down behind Dean Wasaki then towards Club, I do believe.
Yeah, problem for Mazda is he's got quite a few cars around him. He's got Dean in front of him, and then he's got Sutty, and I think who's that behind him?
That's Dean and Daniel Francis just in front of him, as Dean moving over. Is that him moving out the way? Yeah, he moves out the way. So Mazda's got Daniel Francis now in front. But then has a bit of a clear road ahead of that. But just in front, actually, no, I say that, look at the track map, just in front of Daniel Francis, car number 69 is Phil. So, yeah, a bit of traffic. But he's coming towards the end of his lap, so if he's not caught it at the wrong place, could he improve maybe, do we reckon?
Yeah, so Daniel Francis might be able to help him here if he's... Well, no, he's too far back to get a slipstream, but I don't think Daniel Francis will get in the way of Maz's lap here. He's too far in front. Oh, no, he's just... Well, saying that, he's just gone a bit wide going into the last section.
Indeed he has, as he comes into Luffield Corner now, which is pretty much the final corner. You've got that little right-hand kink, but that's not really much of a corner. It is flat gap through there. And now what's Mazda going to do? He's dropped to 9th as Fury's gone up into 8th. in his Bentley, and here goes Mazda down the straight, improves to P5, still 3.5 off the back of the only G at the moment, so Mazda needing to find a bit more time. Lucas Roth's just gone 11th. Two-time champ Gary's just coming through towards the Wellington straight now. What can he do in that GT3 Porsche in the red and white livery? Obviously Mr. Two-time himself.
Ooh,
admits himself.
Someone's just gone off it. One of the corners, can't remember what it's called, and they've gone back to the pits.
Obviously Gary will be the first to admit he's not the biggest lover of this game, sat down in P12, but let's see what he can do.
Dear. I've just certainly won't want to live that one back.
Oh, what's Sutty done?
He spun in the pit lane.
Oh, that's brilliant. Sutty will not want to live that one down as Gary crosses the line. No improvement for himself there. DJ Phil in his Mercedes, what can he do? The car 720 is Don, he's just in front of him. Down in P14 at the moment, 8.3 off the back of G. What can Don Productions do here then? Evening to Fury's granddad. 16 people watching the stream, guys. Hit that thumbs up button and like and subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. DJ Phil then. Don did improve a little bit, and DJ Phil comes across the line now. No improvement for himself. Car number 721, Dean Wasaki's coming towards what is turn 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, he's very deep and very wide. That's not going to help him improve his time at all. Peaceful Explosion, what can he do? Car number 11, he's about to cross the line. Can he improve on his time? No, he can't. Car number 69, Phil, what's he going to do here then in his orange McLaren? Any improvement? He improves a bit, and he's gone within 3/10 of Peaceful now. Next car number 15, Daniel Francis will be the next man to cross the line. Then him and Smoky Devil, not yet set a time, and Smoky Devil still in the pits. For Daniel Francis here, what's he going to do?
Someone else had gone off at Beckett's, but they've now gone back to the pits.
So Daniel Francis goes above Dean Wasaki. Car number 1, that's Lucas Roth. He's going to cross the line. Any improvement for him? Goes up to P10. What can Dean Wasaki do? Can he improve? He'll get one last run at this qualifying session. Will Dean Wasaki? Car number 31, Gary 131 next. Can he improve any? He needs a good 0.8 of a second here to get in front of Sutty. He'll not live this one down if Sutty beats him on the wheel, Jamie.
No, Sutty will never let him live it down. I will have to say though, that Porsche sounds absolutely lovely round here. The car sounds of this game just sound brilliant.
Yeah, they really are fantastic on this game. As here comes Gary. Gary's going to pit.
That's Gary done then.
Yeah, Gary is not going to... Oh, as he hits the barrier coming into pit lane. Then car number 70 crosses the line. That's Fury up in P5. Then car number 4 of Mazda. What's he going to do? Can he improve on P6? He'll get one more run. No improvement this time, so he's really got to go for it next time out. Sutty Apex is going to cross the line. He doesn't improve either. Car number 720, that's Don Productions. He's calling it a day into the pits. 97 of Andy, 1.5 off the back of G. Can he improve here? No, he can't. No improvement for himself. Car number 6, that's DJ Phil. Is he going to improve any as he crosses the line? No, he doesn't. Monkey Boy, any improvements for him? No improvements at all for Monkey Boy then. Next up, Peaceful Explosion. What can he do then? He's got Rabbit Joe gaining on him at the minute. He's down into P9 now. And any improvements for Peaceful Explosion? No improvements. He's finished in qualifying. Rabbit Joe, what can he get on his last flying run? Any improvement on this time here? No improvement at all. Stays P9. Can Lucas Roth find about 1.5 seconds here to get above Rabbit Joe in the qualifying standings? Guys in the pit, G, Phil, Emo Guy, Gary, Don, Welshie, Daniel Francis, they're all done. Gary's just come out the pits, that maybe to test a few things, maybe just to tweak some bits for the setup for the long race we've got. But Keegs is going to cross the line. Any improvement on his time? He improves, but he's a 10th behind Rabbit Joe and his Aston Martin. Next car to cross the line will be Dean Wasaki. So can Dean Wasaki get himself any closer to the cars in front or up the order at all? Crosses the line now. No improvement for himself. Car number 72 will be the next car to cross the line. That is Smoky Devil with Fury alongside him as well. Now Fury looks like he's got in front, so let's jump on board Fury first. Smoky Devil not yet set a time, so we'll start last. So let's see what he can do. we're not sure if we're going to get Liam in. He's still currently away as Fury goes P4 in the end, so that's an improvement for him. Smoky Devil sets no lap time. Car number 12 of Sooty Apex rounding the final corner. Needs a second and a bit to go up. No improvement for him. Car number 97, Andy. Can he get within a second of G here? Let's have a look. Any improvement? He improves by a tenth. Car number 107. The last one to cross the line. That will be Monkey Boy. In fact, I think car 6 as well is on a fly. That's DJ Phil. Monkey Boy crosses the line and doesn't improve. So that will then be your driver lineup for this race. G takes pole from Andy, Peaceful, Fury, Phil, Monkey Boy, Mazda, P7. Work to do for Mazda down in P7. Then Emu Guys 8th, Rabbit Joe's 9th, with Lucas Roth 10th, Sooty 11th, Gary 12th, DJ Phil 13th, Don 14th, Welshie in 15th place with Daniel Francis 16th, Dean 17th, and then 18th Smoky Devil. Don't know why it's saying 19th, but 18th is Smoky Devil. Hopefully the game doesn't do what it normally does and crashes on us. We can just get going into the race.
My game's already crashed.
Oh, there we go. So Jamie's game's crashed.
I've just loaded back in.
Just don't join at the moment. I've just heard a word. Don't join at the moment. Wait till all the cars are moving before we join back in. So we may miss the very start of the race, but we will get it to you as soon as possible. It's just the way Project Cars works on this platform. Yeah, on the PlayStation. Assetto Corsa, sorry, did I say Project Cars? It's just the way Assetto Corsa works on the PlayStation platform. We are waiting for the race. Definitely take third, says Michael Matthews. Might have wheel issue if I don't make the first corner. That's why. Gone all stiff, says Daniel Francis in the chat.
I'll have to commend G's lap there. 1:59.0. I was looking at the British GT times from last season, and the fastest time was just about 2 seconds quicker. So that time from G there's pretty...
Oh, as game has crashed back in 2 seconds.